Hey, what's up everybody? Back, and today we're going to be talking about arm day on the Bowflex and how to figure out what you're supposed to do, how to approach arm day. Do me a favor though, before we get started, please hit like on this and maybe even the subscribe button if it is helpful. So, one of the things with these Bowflexes, and I'm hearing it a lot from my previous videos, is just a lot of people get these and they end up not getting used just because it's a lot of bit overwhelming, really. It comes with all these gadgets and different, and it comes with a book and it says, here's like the 500 different types of exercises you can do. And even though you've got good intentions whenever you originally purchase it, that's why you spent the money on it, a lot of times these just end up catching dust and being a collector of like papers or something like that, and just don't get used the way they were intended to get used. It's sort of like whenever you first get cable TV. Some of you might remember back in the day, not everybody had cable, but when you first got cable TV, it was like, holy cow, there's like 50 channels, and you'd find out you wouldn't even end up watching anything. It was like the options, having so many options handcuffed you into make like an actual decision. It's like going out to eat. We struggle with this a lot here. Like, where do you want to eat? Well, there's like 100 restaurants around, and we can't figure out what we want to eat just because like the options sometimes make it difficult to actually pull the trigger. The Bowflex is very similar. I mean, you've got you got hooks everywhere, you got pulleys everywhere, you got a booklet that says here's a bunch of different exercises you can do. But if you're going to be doing arms, what you want to do, if you're first kind of getting into like, well, I want to do arms, because a lot of people, that's just where they're comfortable at. When you're approaching arms on here, you want to think of it in terms of, well, what would I be doing at the gym? See, the thing about like all those other exercises is they're great for something, but if you wouldn't even be doing those at a gym anyways, then there's a pretty good chance you're not going to be doing them on your own Bowflex. So what you want to be doing is simulating similar workouts that you would be doing at your gym and then doing them here. That's where the value ends up coming at. The other exercises, you might do them once on here and you're probably never going to do them again. But you want to recreate the same type of activities that you would be doing at the gym. And so for arms, think about what that typically is when you're at the gym. It's going to be something like dumbbell curls, so you're taking something from a lower position, bringing it up into a higher position. Or if you're doing triceps, the reverse. It's probably going to be some sort of a push down. That's the predominant two motions when it comes to working arms at a gym. So let's think about that in terms of this then. Well, how do we accommodate that? Well, there's a couple of things you're going to need to be able to recreate that at home with your Bowflex. Now, if your Bowflex didn't come with some of this stuff, I highly recommend just hopping on Amazon or eBay and purchasing them. The attachments are they're not expensive, and they're really going to help you get the most out of this system. So, one of the things is, something like this type of bar, right? So from an up position, it's going to be really nice because we're going to attach it to here, and we're just going to stand here and do this a lot, right? So something like that. It's also great for a turnover. So we're going to put it low, and we're going to do an upward type of motion with that. So just take something very similar like that. And they have these at the gym. That's why I end up getting one for here, because I use these at the gym, and I thought I need to have one of these at home. You're also going to want something like, if yours doesn't come with it, some sort of a handle. These aren't the ones that I have. I actually have two more attached here. But, these are standard like handles that you'll put on something. So of course, from a low position, if we got them on the pulleys down low, we're going to be doing this, going low to high. And then if we want to do some sort of triceps, put them up here. You can one arm it, you can two arm it, whatever. Again, that's high to low, same type of motion, just different equipment. And the last one that I would recommend is something along the lines of this. So these are just for I use these mostly for tricep push downs, so we're starting high, going low. I don't use this really too much for an upward thing. I don't care for that very much, but you might. But again, same type of position. So, that's really the main key when you're talking about how you're going to approach arms with the Bowflex is. You're just thinking of recreating those same type of motions that you're going to be doing at the gym anyways. Again, mostly a lot of dumbbells, low to high, a lot of push downs, high to low. You might work in some other things where maybe you got something behind you and you're pulling it forward, but it's still sort of a general, you're contracting here, pulling this up, same type of motion. So let's talk about really quick where we're actually going to do this on the Bowflex. So depending on the version that you got, yours is probably going to be a little bit different. I got the Ultimate 2. And so there's a few things you need to know whenever you are doing these type of motions. One is, if yours comes with a situation like this is useless when it comes to doing any sort of real kind of arm work. I've tried this where I would get on top of it. I'm going to try to do this without screwing up my microphone. you know, and it's just not good. So typically I take that off whenever I'm doing any sort of arm work, and I use then the attachments that I have here down below. You want to do most of your arm work towards the center, towards the base of your unit. So down here, I've got a spot like where the seat's at and whatnot. And it actually even shows you, like, don't put your feet on this, or don't, if you do your like low to high down here at the very end, what's going to happen is it's going to try to tilt your whole Bowflex. As you're lifting it up here, this side, you'll notice that it's going to cause problems. So you want to really, when you're doing those low to highs especially, and you're working those biceps, you want to do it as close to your base as possible. That's where your center of gravity is going to be out on your machine. That keeps anything from flipping, or the thing from scooting. That's the other part too. Sometimes if I'm doing low to high, if I'm doing bicep work down here at the bottom, I'll actually pull, as I'm pulling this up, I'll actually pull my machine forward a little bit on the floor. So keep it around the center of the base, get as close to the middle as possible. Usually that's somewhere around the post here, and where the post meets the actual bench going this way. And besides that, one of the things about arms that's kind of interesting is, you can buy these as well off of eBay, and all it is that it's just one of these hooks with a little bit of an extender. That way, if you need a little bit of extra length on your pulley, you can add these on for about an extra foot on each one. But that's really it. Approaching arms, again, don't get too wrapped up in all of the, well, look at all this stuff that I can do, because 99% of that you're never going to do again. Go to the things that you would be doing at the gym, and just, again, come into this and recreate those. Well, what do you do at the gym? You do dumbbell pull-ups, piece of cake. Put your hooks on, put your handles on, and just start doing that. And just think of, like, what can I do here that's low to high? All right, you're thinking about triceps again. Just go with the basics. Well, what am I going to do at the gym when it comes to triceps? I'm going to be doing high to low on some sort of a pulley machine probably there too. Well, that's it. So we're going to replace this, put one of these other attachments on, and just start working your high to low. Now, of course, there's a lot of other different exercises you can do that you'll probably work yourself into. You may end up doing some across the body type of tricep workout, and you can get to that eventually. But just when you're starting out, which is the hardest part, the workout is not the hardest part. The hardest part is starting the workouts and getting acquainted with the machine, spending some time getting to know your machine. So get into all those other types of exercises as time goes on. But at the beginning, just look for a straight recreation of what you would normally be doing at the gym. Keep it simple, keep it easy right off the bat, and what you'll find is the more intricate type of exercises and moves, those will just come to you naturally as you settle in to your machine overall. So that's how I have approached my arms at home with my Bowflex Ultimate. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a message down below. Don't let the complexity of these machines keep you from using the machines. Just go easy, go basic, and then work your way up from there. So that's it. If this video was helpful, please hit like on it, maybe even to subscribe. While you are already here, please check out my website, cheapofitness.com. This is where I am spending my time digging through Amazon looking for fitness deals, discounts, coupon codes, sales, basically anything to try to help you save a few bucks trying to stay fit. cheapofitness.com, link in the description down below. That's all I've got for you. Good luck on your Bowflex machines, and get some work done. Peace out. Thanks for watching.